Welcome back to Enlightenment Online, and welcome to my blog. Usually I try to make our videos look a little bit more professional with my regular camera, maybe some lighting, but I created the blog for moments like this, when something occurs to me or moves me in my own life so that I can share it with you. I was reading a new translation of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna this morning, and he said something in a question and answer situation that greatly moved me. One of his disciples asked, if this world is transitory, if it's falling apart. Actually, let me go back. I'll give you a little bit of a bigger picture. The original question was, how can someone who does not renounce the world find God? In other words, if you're a householder and you can't renounce everything, making a living, so on and so on, how do you find God? And Ramakrishna said, with one hand, be with the Divine Mother, and on the other hand, do your jobs in the world. And then the man continued the question and said, but this world is transitory. And Ramakrishna said, yes, so you shouldn't get attached to anything. You should just do your job and be with the Divine Mother. And the questioner persisted and said, what about the transitory nature of the world? How could you bother with it once you see it's transitory? And Ramakrishna said something a little mysterious. He said, once you have God realization, you understand that this world is not transitory. What does this mean? What I understood at that point was that from a perspective of non-knowledge, of non-God realization, this world is simply falling and disappearing. And the same thing is true after or during, because there's no after, realization. But there's a great difference. All of it now is subsumed in a bigger frame, the frame of divine play. So instead of just being a sad and deleterious thing, a destructive thing, creation and destruction are united. They're no longer sequential cause and effect, but they're united in one moment. Creation, destruction, destruction, creation, which is the essence of divine play. The difference from one state to another is that you're no longer acquisitive. You're no longer simply trying to acquire for yourself. When we are acquiring only for ourselves only, the transitoriness of the world becomes more apparent. It all eventually doesn't matter. But when we see divine play, when we breathe it in, when we open our hearts to it, we see that we are acquiring for all of creation, including ourselves. So, when you feed yourself today, know that you are feeding everyone. And when you feed someone else, know that you are feeding yourself. My advice is to have a party, have guests over, and practice feeding the world. All my blessings and my best to all of you.